Good morning, everybody. It's your girl Miracle Sims, and you are listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration and juice. Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. As you all can see, things are a little bit different looking here in Studio 8. Sorry, podcast people. I know you all can't see, but just check out my social media at some point today. I'm sure we'll have some photos of whatnot. However, for those that watch live, as you all can see, I'm here with my 3 publications, man. Obviously a lot of things happened yesterday, and one of the things that happened that I didn't know. I thought I was going to receive my 3rd publication, which is the coloring book. I thought I was going to receive it on Saturday, but it came yesterday, and yesterday I celebrated having it in my hands. I know you guys can't see it in the back there. I actually ordered 2 copies, but I got a plan for the second one. But so you guys can see it up close, you all. It's a beautiful self-care coloring book for women. I call it Unwind. It's like a dedication to the ladies that are in my group. There's so many diverse, wonderful women in the group that I call Unwind, Self-Care, and Sip Spa. And so, this coloring book was inspired by them, and it was a beautiful, beautiful thing to do the unboxing yesterday and to open this up and see this in tangible form. As all of these. So I'm going to share my testimony, but it has to do with the topic too. So it goes hand in hand and everything like that. So first, I just want to thank each and every one of you all that supported in any way. I saw that there was a lot of people that were shouting me out yesterday, resharing the post. I took some photos and everything like that on my personal pages on Facebook and things. And so I saw you all sharing them and everything, giving me shout outs, leaving comments of encouragement and things like that. I truly, truly appreciate it. At the end of the day, for me, I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like all I'm doing right now is just using what I have to do what I can while I can, So honestly, I know the time and the effort and the work that was put into these projects. But at the same time too, like I said, I had several people helping. So shout out to our Saul, because he edited all of these. You know what I mean? So, and it was a lot of back and forth. It was a lot of communication, and like I said, he's over in Pakistan. You know what I'm saying? So he edited all these projects for me, created the covers and everything like that, executed or packaged up my ideas and words and things into these beautiful projects that you all see right now. So that is a huge blessing. I am so grateful and thankful that I met him and Sammy. Those 2 gentlemen have been such a blessing. They've been such a blessing to be able to take some of the weight off of me in regards to editing the show. But the fact that they're gifted in these other areas as well, that once I got the information I needed, all I had to do was contact them, and then next thing I know, boom, not only did we work on one thing, but we worked on another and another, you know what I'm saying? So again, it's an amazing thing. And so shout out to them again. I know I shout out to them every now and then anyway, but again, those gentlemen have been so wonderful to work with for the past year. I've been working with them, and so this is amazing. I believe it's an amazing accomplishment for all of us, because I know for sure that they were telling me that the Juice is their first publication as well, and so I guess they have 3 under their belt because of me. I don't know if they've been working on some other people's books and whatnot since me, but they said that the Juice was their first publication on Amazon too, technically, so it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing, and so shout out to them. Also, I cannot celebrate this new publication, which is the coloring book, without celebrating the illustrator. Her name is Amy Govers. She did an amazing job of capturing my vision. She even was able to capture the essence of several of the ladies of unwind, that's what I call them. So there's actual ladies that I know that are in this coloring book. So I guess I'll shout out my sister. So I'll show you my sister's page. There you guys can see. So this lovely image right here. Oh goodness, I can't. How can I show you? Okay, there we go. This lovely image right here is of my sister. So you know what I'm saying? That is a huge blessing. That is a huge blessing. That not only were we just capturing women in general, like just capturing some women in general, but we actually captured some women that, you know, I actually know, some of the ladies that are actually in my group. And yeah, it's an amazing thing. Shout out to Michaela. She's featured in the book as well. So yeah, man, again, this is the owner of TTC Boutique, Twice the Charm. I hope that you guys are going to use that code that I shared with you all yesterday. But yeah, man. So what I love about this coloring book in particular is that it shows a lot of diversity, you know, inside the book. I mean, obviously there's some images that can be colored to any skin tone that people might want to use, but then it's very specific about showing different types of women, different body sizes. There's also inspirational quotes and things like that as well. And yeah, I just really feel like they both captured my vision beautifully. And now we have this coloring book, and it's a blessing. It's truly a blessing. And yeah, I just, you know, I'm just thanking God for what He's done and what He's doing and everything like that. To be honest with y'all, while I'm talking about books, there's one more idea that's been on my heart to release. So even though I have other ideas, I've shared with you guys before. I've shared, you know, I got coloring book, you know, other children books and things like that. I got that type of stuff in my mind too. But there's only like one more publication that I feel that I probably should release soon. And then we'll see about the rest of the stuff. I don't know, but yeah. So be on the lookout, because maybe that's what I'm going to start working on next. So spoiler alert, I guess I told you guys, which I guess will be a first, because for these I didn't tell you all nothing until they were released. So you guys, I mean, but I told you guys about it before. Honestly, it is like a memoir, but it's also like a self-help as well. It's just things I learned along the way that helped me in my single life. And so yeah, I'm packaging those things up in the book. And the crazy thing is, it's already written. I already wrote it like years ago. And I honestly, that was one of the first things that I had planned to release. But again, not knowing the process from getting to point A to point B is what kind of held me back, at least over the years. And so now that I know the process, or I know a way to get it done, as you guys can see, now, you know, to be honest, on one hand, I'm like, there's nothing holding me back now, right? Because I know how to make publications, so all I got to do is do the same process with that project, right? But one thing that's trying to hold me back is doubt and fear, which is crazy, because I've already shared the testimony. You know what I mean? Y'all probably know my story, you know, because I've shared a lot of it here on God, Sex, and Love. But at the same time, too, I am sharing some details. I'm not sharing names, so I mean, nobody should be offended, or whatever the case is, if they were, you know, people that have been interacting with me throughout my life. You know, I'm pretty much sharing my point of view of my life up until a certain point, you know. And so, because of that, I am sharing different things that happened, you know what I'm saying, or, you know, or interactions with people, whatever the case was. And so, but I mean, again, it's my story, you know what I mean? It's my testimony. It's what I lived, you know, and at the end of the day, hopefully nobody's offended by that. and again, it's not like I'm calling anybody out or naming anybody or anything like that. So there should be no reason for me to doubt or fear sharing my testimony, because when at the end of the day, I know I'm sharing it with the intention to help others. However, I will be honest and let you all know that is something that's been coming in my mind every now and then. We know where that comes from, right? We know where that fear and that doubt and all that stuff comes from. So I'm gonna push through, and I'm gonna do my best to get it out, because I do feel led to go ahead and do it. So I guess then, if the Lord's will, you all gonna be seeing 4 publications for now. I don't know about the other ideas and stuff like that. We'll see. We'll see what the Lord do. But as for those 4, we just gonna go ahead and speak it in advance. As for the 4, those are what I feel like led to put out right now, and so that's probably what I'm working on next. But we'll see, right? We'll see. Also, what was I gonna say before we move on from the books? It was something that came to my mind to say. I don't remember right now, so my apologies. If I remember, I'll tell you. If not, then that's okay. But anyway, so yeah, that's one beautiful thing that happened yesterday. I received my 3rd publication in my hands, the coloring book. Other things that happened yesterday, I tried to relax because, I didn't have to go to summer camp and things like that. The little man was getting into everything as he tends to do. So we had to have some disciplinary moments, you know what I'm saying? But, the beautiful thing about him is that he I guess, loves me unconditional, even though I discipline him. And at the same time, too, I understand that he's 2, right? So he's not fully understanding everything yet, and so, yeah, I'm praying for my patience in certain areas and stuff like that, because there's certain things I want him to go ahead and get this instilled in you, son, But again, I have to remind myself that he is just 2, so I'm trying to have real conversations with him, and he's like, what's the truck? You know what I'm saying? So, or whatever, and so it's like, okay, son, okay. I'm trying to tell you not to get into something, and you over here talking about trucks. Cool. So that's another thing that was going on yesterday, and it got to a point where I was like, son, just sit over here on this couch, don't move, like, just sit right there. Just sit right there. And it's so funny, like, soon as he sat like there for like a moment, and then he went to sleep, and I'm like, see, that's what it be. You really try to get into stuff when you sleepy, and that's what it be. But anywho, so yeah, that happened yesterday. What else happened? Well, okay, so down thing that happened yesterday. You all know that the talk show, GSL, was supposed to air at 7 p.m. It did not air, as you all may already know. I'm not sure what happened, but I was working diligently trying to get it uploaded. Since apparently the previous upload, or whatever case was, didn't air. I don't know. I don't know. I thought it was already uploaded. Apparently it wasn't. So, and then of course there was all these technical difficulties going on my end. Like, the internet would work and then the internet would stop, and the internet would work and the internet would stop. And it's like I only have the videos on my computer, and not my phone, and so it was frustrating. It was a little bit frustrating. So as of right now, as far as I know, the episode, I'm trying to still upload it. So hopefully we'll get it out today. So my apologies to Miss Viv, that your episode did not air on time yesterday. Like I said, I'm actively trying to get it up as we speak. So that's what's going on. Yeah. However, another beautiful thing, I guess, that happened. Instead, I was able to tune into Bro's Bite. So shout out to him and congratulations, because I've seen that you have, you were able to capture many views yesterday. He went live and was cooking the stuffed chicken live on his personal page, and And yeah, of course I shared the video and everything like that, and I saw other people sharing, and people were commenting and things like that as he was cooking, and it was an amazing thing to see. And honestly, like I said, if I had put out the show, I probably would have missed it, because it was airing around the same time, or was supposed to air, whatever the case was. So shout out to Bros Bites. Congratulations on the launch of your website and everything like that. Yes, I'm excited about everything you have going on. Thank you for the shout out as well. He shouted me out yesterday, shouted out me on his pages as well as during the live as well. And it's a beautiful thing to just really see this camaraderie happening between business owners and stuff like that. And it's like I'm really getting around like-minded people that don't mind us shouting at each other and coming together and working together and collaborating together. And I don't feel any tension, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel any like somebody's better than another person or nothing like that. What I'm feeling is, just genuine happiness for each other as we all achieve goals, and as we all, try our best to do what we love to do. So again, shout out to him. He calls me his mentor, which to me that means a whole lot. Like he might be throwing out the word, like I don't know, but to me that means a lot that he would think so highly of me, to call me that. And I guess he's one of those people that accept my pushing the way I push. So I'm glad that he sees that in me, or whatever the case is, and that he's been encouraged and inspired. And I definitely want him to keep going. Him, Michaela, all these other business owners and things like that. So shout out to Bros Bites. Congratulations, man, and thank you for the support and the shout outs and everything like that. What else? Is there anything else I need to tell y'all about yesterday? Okay. So this is gonna be a good transition into today's topic. So, did I even tell y'all today's date and stuff? Goodness gracious, I can't even remember it. But anyway, we'll get into it. If I didn't, my bad. So Mom called early yesterday morning, and Mom was like, "Girl, I ain't gonna call you no more, because every time, now you talking about the stuff we talk about." But anyway, it's not bad though, Mom. It's not bad, But anyway, so she calls and she starts talking to me about this other, goals, right? And I believe I've shared them here. But some other goals that I plan on working towards now, I'm actually working towards by saving funds. That's what I'm trying to do right now anyway. Mom's like, yeah, go and get it done, X, Y, and Z. And I'm over here like, Mom, I'm planning to get it done. Like, I can see it possibly getting done before the year's out, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We're going to see what the Lord do at the end of the day. But yeah, she was, I guess, giving me a little nudge or whatever about, I think I've already shared with you guys before, so y'all know that I want to work on a movie. So she was giving me a little push, a little nudge about trying to get it done or whatever the case is. And I'm like, all right, Mom, but can I save some money? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to be able to save some money, so I can be able to at least feed people on set or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to just throw something together. I want to be able to, put it out, be decent in the order, Mom. Decent in the order. But, it was good to hear that she was excited about the idea and, giving me that little nudge and that little, you can do it, you know what I'm saying? Which is funny because that's probably what I do to other people. So, so I guess it was coming back on me and everything like that. And, so she spent a good, I don't know how long, maybe an hour or so, kind of like, yeah, so what you need for this, and then what you need for that? Okay, cool. So then I know that something, and then, okay, so go ahead and do it. I'm like, Mom, goodness gracious, like, we got, yes, ma'am, I mean, so it's one of those things. So that happened yesterday as well, which is interesting, because this morning, I did not do my full routine. I know. Maybe I'll get back on it next week, y'all. I don't know. We'll see. But I did do my prayer meditation, and after that, a few topics swirled through my mind, but eventually the question, what's next, came into my mind. Well, actually, what happened was I started to think about the future. And so I started to look up verses about the future. And then the question of what's next came into my mind. And so I just shared with you guys a lot of ideas of what I think may be next for me, right? I'm thinking maybe another publication. I think maybe the movie before the end of the year. I mean, I know good well this room needs to be my son's room by October. Like, I'm hoping that, that's going to happen. Like, I hope that, my birthday weekend goes well. Like, these are things that I'm thinking are going to happen next, right? However, at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know, right? I am leaving it in God's hands. I am trusting God to do what he do and everything like that. However, I guess, again, like, as I started to reflect on what's next, this is what I came across this morning. So I'm just going to go ahead and share it, and I hope that it encourages and inspires you, all right? So, Proverbs 27:1, it says, "Do not boast about tomorrow, for you do not know what a day may bring." I mean, self-explanatory right there. It's very clear. It's telling us what not to do. Yeah. So, and this is why I talk the way I do. I know a lot of times people, I say often, if the Lord's will and everything like that. Because at the end of the day, I guess, I want to be careful about, what I say or whatever the case is. Now people, I guess that what I've heard about me, or a comment that I've heard people say about me, is that, wow, Miracle, when you say you're going to do something, you do it. And I just could say, well, to God be the glory, because at the end of the day, it's like I told you guys yesterday, like, sometimes for me, what's happening is, I feel like God's put something on my heart and mind, and then I be like, okay, Lord, okay, I hear you saying that we gonna do this, but I'm trying to figure out, like, how I'm gonna do this with no money, or whatever, whatever my current situation is, and then I'm like, okay, I'm doing something towards it, and then I'm like, okay, well, I can do this now, I can do that now, and then eventually I see the thing happen, and then I'm like, okay, cool, it happened, that's what I feel like is happening on my end, but I guess on other people's ends, they hear me say something, and then not long after they see me doing it, or they see me have it, or whatever it is, and I'm just like, and I at this point, now that I'm doing this daily thing, I get a chance to, I guess, share my testimony in real time, or share my process, or something like that. So for you all, I guess it shouldn't feel like, hey, I'm doing it, or hey, I said it, and then next time you hear from me, it's done. It's just, that's how it is for people that, I guess, don't listen to me daily. But anywho, but that's one of those things, because I don't know what tomorrow's going to bring, I try my best to always say, if the Lord's will, and everything like that. So that's just a little backstory about me and why I talk the way I do and stuff like that. But yeah, there you go, guys. Proverbs 27:1. Now the next one I came across was Philippians 1:6. It says, "And I am sure of this, that he who began a good work in you will bring it to completion at the day of Jesus Christ." So, a lot of times, like I said, I guess sometimes we wonder what's next, right? We wonder about the future. We wonder about, like, what's next? Let's just stick with that, right? So we wonder about what's next. One thing, what I'm gathering today is that, the Word of God, the Bible, has a lot of information about what's next. It has a lot of information about the future and everything like that. If we just look at our individual lives and things like that, it's saying here that, God will, if he began a good work in you, he will bring it to completion at the day of Jesus Christ. So that's one thing that we can know. That's one thing that we can, I guess, stand on and keep in our hearts and minds as we wonder what's next. That, again, know that, hey, if the Lord puts something in me, and I'm working towards it, whatever the case is, then he'll complete it. And then just go from there, and see what God do, Hebrews 13:8, it says, "Jesus Christ is the same yesterday and today and forever." So that's one thing you can, I guess, depend on, right? That's one thing, if you're wondering what's next, understand that Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. That should be something that, again, helps us to see what the future could be. if that's something we're wondering, knowing that he's the same, I guess for me, it's saying that, hey, at the end of the day, he's the same, and meaning the word is true, and meaning that what he said then is the same for now, and everything like that. And so, just something to think about, y'all. Just something to think about. Now, Proverbs 19:21, it says, "Many are the plans in the mind of a man, but it is the purpose of the Lord that will stand." Again, I think this is something that I gathered in my single years, as I was keeping notes of my life and doing all this different stuff. And eventually, I think that's what has changed my mindset about the things that I pursue. Because at the end of the day, it's like, what's going to stand at the end of the day? What's going to matter at the end of the day? Like, yeah, we can do all this great stuff, right? We can, we can do all this great stuff, but nothing is going to stand but what we do for God. And so, knowing that, it's like, for me, it pushes me to do more for God. If I want to last, if I want my things to last, or my pursuits to not be in vain, and everything like that. Because, at the end of the day, that's the only thing that matters. And so, I think when we really, really wrap our minds around that will change our perspective. At least it did for me. And so, there you go, y'all. Just something to think about. Let's see. Proverbs 3:5. It says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding." I know that this can just, for so many different topics and so many different things, that verse right there can resonate. However, I guess if we're thinking about this idea of what's next in particular, like I said, like that verse said before, and what I was saying before, I have a lot of plans, right? I have, yes, get the next publication out. Let's do the movie before the end of the year. Yes, let's go for vacation for my birthday. You know what I mean? Like, I have all these plans and everything like that. But at the end of the day, again, I have to trust in the Lord. I have to not lean to my own understanding. I need to, allow Him to lead me and guide me. And, and if those plans happen and go the way that I think, cool. But if they don't, that's still cool too. I think we have to get there, right? And I know that's a process, because it was a process for me. So I know getting there mentally is a process. But, I think the more we do that, then the more we'll be okay and content with whatever position that we're in. That's just what I'm learning, y'all. That's just what I'm experiencing, and I hope that resonates with you. Now, it was interesting because I was going to make that my last verse for you all this morning, but then I came across one more, and I was like, ooh, all right, Lord, let me go ahead and write that down. And that is Proverbs 16:5. It says, "Commit your work to the Lord, and your plans will be established." There you go. If you want to peek into your future, right? If you want to know, are my plans going to be established? Then commit the works to the Lord, because that's what's going to be established at the end of the day. Like I said, those are things that matter, right? And so, for what I'm gathering and then what I'm witnessing and things like that, it's like the more we do for God, the more He just continues to bless, and doors continue to open. My plans are being established because I'm committing these things to God, and that's just what I have seen happening to me. I hope that you all are encouraged and inspired by that, and understand that this can also happen for you too. It's not a situation where, that's just for miracle, that's just a blessing from miracle. Like, at the end of the day, there was ladies publishing books before me, or or people, people publishing before me, and that inspired me, and then hopefully whoever publishes it after me is inspired, and it keeps going. Then this is just one example. This is just with publishing books, let alone anything else, right? Let alone any ministries, any help that we're doing to the community, anything, right? Whatever God is laying on your heart to do, understand that is going to be encouragement for others, and so, if you want to know what's next, then that's what you need to do right there. Commit your work to the Lord, and then see your plans be established according to the Bible here. Now, the Bible verse of today is 1 Chronicles 16 and 11. It says, "Seek the Lord and His strength. Seek His face continually." Friends, I hope you all enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love. Your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you all on Monday, if the Lord's will. Bye-bye.
If you like what you hear, then consider supporting our podcast. Every listener that supports us for $9.99 a month will be entered into our monthly raffle for a chance to win a free gift. So become a supporter today.